We are here in Oxford Street, where activists are forming a human chain to mark the first anniversary of the Rana Plaza building collapse, in which more than 1,000 garment workers died while making clothes for US and UK multinationals.
We're here today to first of all remember the over 1,100 victims of the Rana Plaza building collapse, which took place just outside of Dhaka, Bangladesh 1 year ago. And secondly, we're here to make sure that those brands and retailers who have been making millions of pounds of profit off the backs of those workers take responsibility both for the lives and the safety of workers who continue to work in the industry.
Right now, these people are starving to death, and our clothes are mostly drenched in blood and paid for in, despite the fact they're cheap, the true price is being paid in human suffering and in environmental degradation at the bottom of the supply chain.
We have so much, we don't need to buy 5 t-shirts at a time, we can just buy one and that will be enough. And if everybody paid a little bit more, then those people would have a better life.
The people who died in the Rana Plaza tragedy last year, they were making clothes for the high streets here in the UK, across Europe and North America. I think they have the right to have a voice. I think they have the right to join trade unions. I think the Bangladesh Safety Accord, which was a groundbreaking initiative to come out of a tragedy, needs to be supported. And I don't think it's helpful, which is an understatement, of companies like Gap or Walmart to have their own voluntary code which doesn't recognise trade unions and doesn't give workers a voice. So that's why I'm here today.
All these companies like Walmart, Gap, they have their own CSR policy, they have their code of conduct, they have their own monitoring system or auditing system. So it means that when Tajrin and Rana Plaza happened, it means that their voluntary initiative is not working in the ground level. That is the reason we started a separate initiative that is legally binding and bilateral agreement with the local trade union organization as well as the company. But unfortunately, Walmart and Gap, they did not sign.
The Bangladesh Safety Accord has a number of key features. First of all, it ensures that workers are able to have organization, workers' representatives, trade unions, so that they can defend their own rights. Secondly, it's a legally binding mechanism, so that if the brands and retailers do not live up to their commitments, there's redress for the workers. And thirdly, it ensures that the brands and retailers offer funds to make the key safety changes, the electrical changes, the structural changes that need to be made to so many factories in Bangladesh, so that we can ensure these things never happen again. The rival plan which Gap has established will offer loans to Bangladeshi manufacturers to make these changes. We all know that's not going to happen, and then if it does, the costs are going to get passed on to the workers.
Consumers need to realise that any of us who bought a shirt or a t-shirt or a garment because it was so cheap you couldn't put it down, we've actually also carried the responsibility for supporting this kind of clothing which is effectively made by slave labour.
We are again requesting and demanding to Walmart, Gap and other 24 companies to join with the accord and to ensure the safe workplace for the Bangladeshi garment workers.